Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of Getting to Know Me. Again, my name is Taylor Friar, but most of my friends call me Tay. I am a singer, songwriter, and recording artist based out of Northwest Ohio. So this last time what I did, because you guys seem to really like this video when I did it last time, what I did for this time is I did open up questions on my different social media platforms, so Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, etc. Asked for questions and you guys sent them in. So we will walk through those and you can get to know me a little bit more. So I'm glad you're here. So the first question that I have, of course I have to find it, is what movie or like media do you recommend for artists? I interpreted this question as kind of like an inspirational sort of thing. And the answer is, for me, it's a lot of stuff. So one of the most impactful pieces of media I've consumed here lately was actually Tick, Tick, Boom. And I think the reason that is the message in the end, I think, is just so impactful, especially for indie artists who are literally doing everything. Basically, not to ruin the story for anyone, but towards the end of the story, you know, the main character had gone through something, had put a lot of work into something, and was disappointed in the outcome. And he had asked, you know, a mentor, an agent, you know, what do I do now? And her answer is, you write the next one, you work on the next one. And for indie artists in particular, I think that's really impactful because we have so many projects that we go to put out. We're like, this is the big one, right? This is the one that is going to make me famous. This is the one that is going to get all the views and the streams, and people are going to learn who I am. And unfortunately, it doesn't always happen that way. It doesn't always happen that the song that we love the most is what other people love the most. Sometimes people don't love it at all. Sometimes people are just like, oh, cool, that's a song. And then they move on with their day. So you write the next one, I think, was really impactful for me. When it comes to inspiration, I really love watching like these like biopic behind the scenes documentaries. So, you know, for example, Taylor Swift has hers on Netflix. There's also a Lady Gaga one on Netflix. There's on Disney Plus, there is Billie Eilish behind Happier Than Ever. Olivia Rodrigo has one behind her album Sour. And I also really enjoyed watching Taylor Swift's The Long Pond sessions because she kind of talks a little bit more about the music and her process and stuff like that. And for me, if I'm ever creatively stuck, I will go try and consume that sort of media because I find that sometimes those interviews, they say something that like just triggers something in my brain and allows me to keep working. In addition, there's a show on Netflix called, I believe it's, don't cancel me, I believe it's called Song Exploder or Song Explorer. Explorer sounds more accurate. But there's an episode with Dua Lipa, and there's also an episode with Lin-Manuel Miranda. Those are my two favorites that have definitely changed my life, just listening to them talk about their music. The next question was submitted on Instagram, and it is, what song are you most proud of? For me, for you guys, I'm going to answer this based off of what I currently have released, because I have so much music that I just am waiting to put out, and I have a lot of things that I'm really proud of. But I think of everything that's out right now, I think Sandcastles is my favorite. The reason for that being, when I finished the production on that track, because that's a track that I wrote, produced, mixed, and mastered all on my own. It was my first time really doing it at that level. I literally freaked out. Before I put that out, I listened to it for weeks on repeat in my car because I just was so in love with it. I was so in love with the fact that I was able to do it, and I was in love with the way that it all came together. So that is the track I'm most proud of. The next question was also submitted. It was submitted on Instagram, but I've gotten this question on Twitter as well. And it is basically, are you open to collab? So I am absolutely open to collab. I love working with other artists. That's something that when I was in music school, we did a lot of. We did a lot of collaborations, a lot of ensembles. And I do miss that about being a solo artist. So yes, I'm open to collaborate. whether that be instrumentally collaborate or vocal, or even if I just write for you. I'm pretty much open to anything. If you're looking to collaborate, the best thing to do is to shoot me an email, and you can find that in the social media links that are down in the description of this video. That's going to be the easiest way for me to sort through it. If you send me an email and I don't respond, absolutely hit me up on social media and be like, hi, I sent you an email, because I do miss things, but absolutely open to collaborate. I am working on a lot of things right now, so I can't promise that it'd be a quick collaboration, but absolutely open to working together with people in the future. The next one was sent to me, I believe this was Facebook, and it is, what is your writing process? And the answer to that is my writing process is chaos. I can write in any direction, to be honest with you. I don't say that because it's a skill. I say that because my writing process is chaos. So most of the pieces that I write the lyrics first, and then I hear them in my head with a melody, and then I take whatever I've written and I try and put it to something. So to be honest with you, I write so much to acoustic ukulele. Like, the ukulele is my go-to. I have small hands and the ukulele is perfect, and it just is so easy to tinker around with and to kind of figure out a key and to figure out, a chord progression and stuff like that. So I do that. Sometimes I will take it directly from like a verse I've written and then put it maybe to piano. My piano skills are very rudimentary, so it's literally a figuring out thing. But I'll do that, and then occasionally I do take a verse and I try and put it straight into my DAW, which I use GarageBand right now. And oftentimes if I go that route or I use the ukulele, I find that I can write like the whole thing. So there are a couple songs that I've actually written in one setting. So Be Alright, that was the song I wrote in one sitting. That was written on electric guitar. I sat down, I was fiddling around, and all of a sudden all these words just started pouring out. Sandcastles kind of came around the same way, which is I wrote a verse while I was feeding horses. Actually, I wrote the opening line to Sandcastles while I was feeding horses, and I came inside, started tinkering with it in GarageBand, and I wrote the whole thing. Like, I wrote the whole mix, and then the rest of the lyrics, like, right there, same day. Most of my stuff comes lyrics first, to be honest with you. I am more focused on the melodies and the lyrics than I am the mix in the background. The other way that I've written things is I have written entire songs with no music. So I have a song that I'll be sharing with you guys probably mid-year, maybe earlier. We'll see. I can do whatever I want. So, but that song, I sat on the couch and I wrote the entire thing from top to bottom, no music. It was literally just stream of consciousness. I eventually ended up putting it into the DAW, and I did the whole mix that same day, added vocals the same day, harmonies, etc. And it's been sitting finalized in my outbox for a while now. So that's my writing process. A lot of the stuff that I write is very personal to me, but some of it is also just things that I think about in my head and think that they need to be out on paper. So that is my writing process in a nutshell. Again, it's chaos. There's no really rhyme or reason to it. The last question is one that I always get. I get it from so many people. So I definitely have gotten this a lot on Twitter because I'm on there a lot, and it's just, when is my next music release? So Be Alright came out right before Christmas. My next music release is February 3rd, and it is a collaboration with Maximum Boost Music as well as Adam West, and that will be out February 3rd on all streaming platforms. I'm going to be out at midnight. I also have a new solo single coming out. It will be out February 24th. And I'm excited for you guys to hear that one as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you found this fun and entertaining. I will be doing more of these because you guys seem to really enjoy them. And what I'll do is, once again, I will put a place for you guys to drop your questions, whether that be social media, email, comment below this video. I'd love to answer whatever questions you have about me. and I look forward to sharing more and more of my music with you this year. Bye, guys.